What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Fire Sages podcast. So we've been doing recommendation podcasts for a while now. They've been a little bit repetitive, I would say. We were going to do this. We were going to do this before, talking about next gen, the PS5, and everything, and then world set itself on fire, and they delayed the PS5 reveal. But now we're here to talk about it. We're gonna talk about the Xbox because I think we collectively know a little bit less about the Xbox
Yeah,
than
just the
about the
specs really.
PS5. So yeah, so the Xbox, the mini fridge. What do you guys think of it? Are you gonna get it?
And nah.
I mean,
I
if there's
know.
maybe if there's like a price drop or something like that, if there's some good games that come out on it, probably not. But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it sounds more enticing with the backwards compatibility, but Sony would probably have that as well since they mentioned
You might
it.
as well get a. I might as well just get a PC then, because it's literally just it's a walking emulator. Not
No,
walking, but it's like a.
you should get a PC anyway.
I mean, I am, but not right now.
Yeah, I won't get like any new next gen consoles day one. Probably wait a few years for a price drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the big problem with the Series X. Is like I'm sure it's going to be strong. I know the rumors are saying it'll be stronger than the PS5, but you can get everything that's going to be on it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft already has this basically confirmed. Anything they put out exclusive is also going to be on PC.
They shot themselves in the foot when they did that
Yeah.
E3 a couple years ago.
No, I will say it is
they
consumer
shot themselves.
friendly. It is consumer friendly, but
It
it doesn't
is.
sell. It doesn't sell consoles though.
It is, but they played themselves. You should have never said that. They should have never.
Yeah.
They should never
I
said
mean,
that.
I guess that aren't they benefiting on either way because
They
Yeah,
are,
they are.
but
So-
they are, but people are gonna get.
but
If
it
you're a
doesn't help
hardcore,
that it doesn't help the Xbox brand.
yeah, if you're a hardcore gamer, you're gonna go straight to PC. You're not gonna get an Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I mean, PC is going to be. I mean, to get a PC that'll outperform these current consoles, it'll probably be a little pricey.
They'll be
Yeah.
more
A few
expensive than the
years,
current consoles. Or actually, we don't know how much they're gonna be, but rumors say, or at least listings said that it was around $700 to $800.
I don't
These
believe
consoles
that.
are going to
I
be.
don't-
These consoles are going to be pretty fucking expensive.
I don't
Yeah, so I
believe-
think it's
I
gonna
say-
be
I say
that
four-
high.
I say $499.
That's
Nah,
ideal.
that's being too
$499
awful.
costs like $500.
These
Close to
consoles-
$500.
these
I'm
consoles.
Nah.
Okay, because I think the Series X, not the Series, excuse me, I think the One X is still 500. If they price drop that and then sell the new one for 500, I can believe it. But they're not going to have both on the market for the same price. So again, though, it's kind of weird because Microsoft also that's the thing about Microsoft. The Xbox One X will also be able to play Series X games. So
Right.
it's even less incentive to buy a Series X, at least on day one. Because you'll be able to buy probably a cheaper Xbox One X, still play the same games, Halo Infinite, whatever launch titles in the first few years, and then you could get a PC later when all the parts go down in price, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
can do
yeah.
a custom build.
Yeah. You know what? I'm surprised that they didn't announce a Halo game for the Xbox Series X.
They did. Halo Infinite's going to be on it.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's going to
Infinite's
be
gonna
on
be-
both, but yeah.
Then again, I haven't messed with Halo since Halo 4.
Yeah,
So-
Halo
so-
4 looks amazing for an Xbox 360 game. Just throwing that out there, but it was not that good in my opinion of a game.
Haven't played
I mean,
it, so-
It was alright. It's
the
better than
online-
5. It's better than
online,
5.
The online was good. I'll just say that right now. Online was
I didn't
good.
really play the online, so I'm more of a
So-
single player guy.
Ah.
Anybody here? We can just go around. Does anyone here even care about Xbox exclusives?
What exclusives?
Not
Not
so
really.
much.
What
I mean, if you're talking
exclusives?
about the 360 exclusive, I'm interested in this JRPG called Lost Odyssey.
Talking about
The current exclusives, not really.
their typical franchises. Their Gears of War, their Forza, their Halos. Those,
Oh, not really then.
Yeah, I mean, I like Gears of War, and Gears of War 5 was definitely a huge step up from War 4, but
Really? 'Cause people,
it was a lot better. It was a lot better than Gears of War 4.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, what else? Halo's cool, but like I said, I haven't been into Halo. Microsoft bought all these studios, but where are the games?
Ninja Theory was supposed to do something. I know they had a deal with Sega to do something. And
It might be
Double
revealed at
Fine.
a conference, but at the same time, that's just going to be on PC as well.
It's going to be on
Yeah.
PC. Like I said, they shot themselves in the foot by doing that.
Oh, they
Well,
shot the
I'll say
Xbox
this: having
brand
their
in the
conference
foot.
in
Yeah, that's what I
July,
said.
yeah, having their conference
I
in
mean,
July is a good
to be
excuse for them
fair,
to use to
like
not reveal the price until
What
like.
was you going to say, Prince?
You're saying, Prince?
To
Yeah.
be fair, like I don't really think they shot themselves in the foot because a lot of people don't want a PC.
Yeah,
It gives them a reason to. It gives them a reason to buy one. So
well,
Yeah,
the thing
but
is that
still,
the gaming community has become more and more popular as the years go on by. So you'll naturally start to see a bit more hardcore gamers that care more about specs and shit.
Yep.
I
we
mean,
know
I
them
have a
okay.
PC. Like for me, it's like if I didn't have a PC, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having an Xbox because I don't care about a lot of Sony's first-party titles.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Like 50-50 on Sony's exclusives. Like half of them I can get excited for, and like the other half I'm like, whatever.
Kind
Me
of
and
the
Farhan,
same,
me
but
and
like a
me
little
and
less than
Farhan
half.
low key, me and Farhan low key like the fan when it comes to Sony's for exclusives, low key.
I mean, I'm not a fanboy, but
But you know what
yeah,
I
I'm
mean.
usually
You
into
know,
their games.
yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm a
As for
gamer.
the
I think
ones
of the
they showed,
design.
I'm into well, obviously Spider-Man. That's like a fan favorite. But that Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Well, I definitely liked the first game. I'm not as
Oh, we're
keen
we're
as
going
it.
segueing into the PS5 games right now.
Yeah, already.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, well, I was just gonna saying that I'm interested in some of the exclusives, but not as much as Pep Platypus.
Oh, you're talking about Sony games in general.
Yeah, like Sony games
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were just talking about that. I was gonna say
Okay.
yeah.
Are we gonna
But
segue?
yeah.
Are we ready? Are we ready to segue?
The
or
last
are
thing
we
I was
ready
gonna
to
say is, what do you guys think of the look of it? It's a little bulky, but I'm fine with it.
I
It looks
think
like
it
a little
looks
tower. It
better
looks
than
like a
the
little
It looks
CN
like
PS5.
tower.
yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
That does
I mean,
go
it looks
that
kind of
goes
like a
for
PC.
Or
That's gonna be a. Let's say if you try to go out of town, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to put that in your bag. Because that might
I
be
think
that.
if it's short, it'll be fine. It's the next one, the PS5, that's a fucking behemoth.
Oh,
Right.
and I think it looks better than the PS5. So there's
I
that.
agree. We might as well switch it up since we're already talking about the PS5 design. Like we said before, we give Xbox more time, but we just need. Well, maybe we'll revisit it in another podcast when we get to July and
July,
which
yeah,
the next
that's when the
showing.
conference
Yeah.
is.
So the PS5, we talked about the design a little bit. It's definitely divisive. It's very like humorous, but it's decent. Like for me, as long as it plays games, I'm fine. Like as long as it works, it doesn't overheat. It's a good console. It's a good piece of hardware. It could look like whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say though, the disk drive being so lopsided is kind of telling. That the all digital version was probably the priority, and then they added the disk drive at the last second. But that's just a theory on my part.
it's possible, given that gaming and hell, even other entertainment mediums are going more to digital routes. So
Yeah.
I'm still gonna
Yeah,
get a
it's
physical one.
likely.
I'm getting
Yeah,
the
I'll get
digital
the
one.
physical
I'm getting the
version.
physical one.
I'm physical, yeah, but I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it. Do you guys think there's gonna be a drastic price difference between the two, or?
Yes.
There should be. There, I won't say yes, but I think there should be because you're losing physical games, which for however long GameStop is still around, you're losing the monetary value of trading your games in. And then the plane going overhead. I hope you guys can't hear that, but
Oh no.
It's all right.
what was the
It's
other
all
thing?
good.
What was I saying? Oh, and you lose the 4K Blu-ray drive. You just
Yeah.
can't play 4K Blu-rays. That's
Well,
a
you
big
also
value.
Figure, like, how much are they going to charge you for space, though?
Ooh, good point. Are they gonna charge you for space?
Because, like, even if you have like 1 terabyte, that's not enough.
That's definitely, yeah, especially with
The thing
games
is that
getting
they're
more
probably
space.
Yeah.
both consoles, both the Xbox and the PS5 are probably going to bring back the have to install the games fully. They won't just be on the disc, which is so stupid, but it is what it is.
I miss those
I'm
days.
hoping
again.
the minimum will be 1 terabyte at the very least.
No,
I mean,
let
no,
it
I
be
think they said
two. It needs to be
825.
two. It needs to be 2
32.
terabyte. It needs to be 2 terabyte.
I'll tell you
No,
why it
I'm
needs to
talking
be
about as far
two.
as minimum.
I'll tell you why it needs to be two
It needs to be
minimum.
2.
No, I'm pretty sure the PS5 has 825
The
gigs. Not
PS4.
oh, PS4. Yeah,
Yeah, Last of Us 2 is 90 gigs, I've heard. I could be wrong on that, but I know that Call of Duty has like a 200 gig patch. I know that what's the game?
200 gigs.
Final Fantasy VII
yeah, it's
is
100
100
gigs. Yeah.
That's just if we're going into the PS5 with even more textures and graphics and audio and just it's going to get
Well,
crazy.
you figure like if, like you said, Final Fantasy has a big install. So
It does
you
have a
figure
big
if we get two
install.
more games, then that could be like together 300 gigabytes. You
That's
never
going to
know.
be insane.
So I just looked it up, and The Last of Us Remaster has 50 gigabytes for the PS4 hard drive.
No way.
50 gigabytes. I looked it up.
Wait, you
That's
sure?
crazy.
50?
That,
I
no,
googled it.
no,
I
that, I
googled
don't
it.
trust that.
It says the Last of Us Remaster requires 50 gigabytes of hard drive space to install.
What? It's
Yes.
not that much.
No,
I don't recall it
I'm
being.
for real. I googled. I'm on Google right now, and I see it.
Well, everyone else at home can Google it themselves if they don't believe it. But space is a concern, especially with the all digital edition. You're going to have to be buying an
Oh,
external
and
hard drive.
yeah,
Oh,
at least
yeah.
from what I know, the PS5 won't have 1 terabyte.
No, I'm saying like, wow, what's the storage size?
Said yet.
Tech
we don't
Radar.
know. We don't know.
Well,
We don't know.
it's not. We don't
I'm
know
looking
yet.
Into
But I'm
like which
saying as
one's
in
more
like,
powerful than the other, but I do want to mention that the whole argument is dumb because we really don't know much about like pretty much everything they've said has been like the same shit. Like they both have ray tracing, they both have custom SSDs, they both
Yeah.
have like all the same, basically the same stuff. So
Yeah,
the
They
rumors of
can
the
have all
Xbox,
of that, but it's like our devs going to take advantage of it though.
that's the big thing.
That's
Um,
some devs might. Some it depends.
I think the first parties will, but I don't think that third parties will care too much. But I think a lot of third parties, especially, they're going to want their games to be on the PS4 and Xbox One as well. For extra
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
They're not going to take full advantage of the new like AI capabilities and all that shit for NPCs.
Mm.
But at least for I wish with Xbox, I wish there was more to talk about game wise. I mean, we talked about Halo Infinite a little bit, and I'm sure they're going to make a Gears of War 6 or whatever. But with Sony, we have quite a few games we can go through. So,
Oh yeah.
you guys look? What do you guys see at the showcase that interesting?
Well,
I guess we can just go down the list, in terms of the order that they
Yeah.
showcased it.
Okay.
So
We can do
obviously it started off with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Eep,
man,
weep.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Skip,
I don't really
please.
care.
I don't.
It's not that it's a
care.
bad
I'm
game.
not
I just think we can all agree that it's just been milked a lot.
Yeah.
We played.
I brought it
played
twice.
GTA 2. I played it on the Xbox 360, PS3, and my PS4. I streamed it. I've done everything. I'm done.
I think it's going to be
I played it
60.
I played it on 3 platforms, so I'm done.
I'm
It's gonna
done.
be 60 again.
Yeah, it's a cool game, but yeah, I just mainly
It
played it
better
with
not
single
be
player.
60. It
I
better
only
not be
ask because it
60.
kind of feels like it's the new Skyrim. We don't know Skyrim is probably going to be back too, but
That shit better not be no 60. If GTA 5 60 for the no.
It will
No.
be.
I
It
can
will
see
be.
Skyrim
They're gonna
coming
use
back.
the expanded content as an excuse.
No, Rockstar, just make another GTA 6. We
Well,
want a
Rockstar.
GTA
Well, I know that. Yeah, I
Rockstar,
know they
excuse
came
me.
up from.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know they came up from.
Rockstar.
Developing Red Dead Redemption 2. So
I'm sorry,
I heard that they
Rockstar.
haven't started.
I'm sorry, Rockstar.
Yeah, when isn't there news that they haven't started developing GTA 6 yet?
There
Probably
was
not.
that they were starting development of.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
short-
what
what
would
we
have
heard.
been cool is if they had like done the GTA 5 trailer and then right at the end like the logo for 6 pops up like, hey guys, we're porting 5 but we're also making 6,
Yeah, I think that would have been a good move.
I mean, then again, if it's being announced too early, you run into the Elder Scrolls 6 problem where it's like announced Elder Scrolls 6. Well, I don't know why it's so easy to compare this to fucking Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, but
It
But
is
they
the
both
new
got
Skyrim.
milk.
It's the new GTA 5 is the new Skyrim.
yeah, but
They came out at the same gen.
They
Yeah.
did. They did.
they won't go away. What was next though? We don't want to spend too much time on that one.
Spider-Man,
Yeah, next
Miles
was
Morales.
Miles Morales.
That should have been the opener, I think. As
Yeah,
far as I know, this is a standalone game. There were some conflicting reports about it being a remaster of Spider-Man PS4 with extra content that's Miles oriented.
That's what I thought too.
And
that's what I
Insomniac
thought,
came
too.
out, and Insomniac said that it's a standalone game, and I trust Insomniac; they're the developers, so I'm looking forward to it. Spider-Man's like probably my favorite PS4 game. I mean,
Oh,
obviously
same
there's
here,
Spider-Man
same
bias
here.
there.
One of my favorites too.
My biggest
Yeah,
issue with the
definitely.
standalone, title is that how long is it going to be?
Yeah, and will it be
If
worth
it-
the price?
I don't
I
think it'll be
mean-
60 because it's like they said it's going to be basically, I'm assuming it's going to be like Uncharted Lost Legacy, smaller games,
Yeah,
so it
pretty
probably
much.
won't be full price. I don't think. I really hope is they don't start charging extra for these things, and like games cannot go up to $70. They just can't.
Nah.
See, for me, like if it's gonna be a standalone game, right?
Hmm?
I would hope that they will sell it alongside of Spider-Man, like increase the frame
Well,
rate or the look of the game, so you can get
so if I were to if I was to speculate on the length, so the main game was just like over 15 hours, so I'd say it would probably be somewhere between like what 6 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's fine. If it's
That's
long and it's
not
priced
that bad.
fairly, I'm fine with that. If it's priced fairly.
Yeah.
I mean, if the
I-
content
Yeah.
is worth it, I'll get it.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
and,
sure there'll be like more side missions.
and plus it's Insomniac, and they haven't disappoint. In my opinion, they haven't disappoint.
There was that game called Fuse that no one really talks about, but other than that, yeah, they pretty much hit it out of the park every time.
Yeah.
So what was next? Grand Theft Auto, or not Grand Theft Auto?
No,
Gran
Gran
Turismo
Turismo
7.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
look, if you
kinda
like the
interested.
kind of game, yeah.
What's
I
that
do
like
like
racing,
racing games,
but-
but I don't like I don't probably just play the demos of them.
Midnight? Was it Midnight Club? Bring that back, and then we'll talk.
Wipeout HD, bring that back, and then we'll
I mean,
talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
generally not into racing
Yeah.
games, so
Yeah,
whatever.
I fell off racing games. There was a phase I went through in
I think
elementary
after
school.
6,
Now,
I haven't
nah.
like basically just haven't played any other racing games. Not even like
But
Yeah.
Racing games are fun. It's just Gran Turismo is not my thing.
Yeah, Grand. It's
Yeah,
all about
so,
Midnight Club.
But yeah, anyway,
Midnight Club.
speaking of Insomniac, there's Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Woo!
Yeah. That does look good.
Ratchet and Clank. See, hold on. I called it. Pet Platypus, I called it. I was just gonna say that I know
And you
Sony
ain't
don't talk
called
about the
shit.
platform. Yes, I did. I did say that. I said, oh my god, can I talk? I said that the PS5 we're gonna get some platformers. I
Okay,
said,
but you didn't call. No one called Ratchet and Clank.
I didn't
thought
call
that
Ratchet and
franchise was
Clank.
dead.
I didn't
I
call
mean,
Ratchet and
it's
Clank.
not that surprising to be honest, because on the PS4 it did really well.
But there
Yeah.
hasn't been a new Ratchet and Clank game since like 2013 because that's a remake that was made because the movie came out. But there hasn't been a new game like a continuation of the story in like 7 years.
For real?
I
2013? Fuck.
think that's when Into the
Yeah,
Nexus
'cause-
came out.
Yeah, I know. Like in the PS4/Xbox One generation, obviously we got remakes of classic platformers. So I feel like that's
Yeah.
just there to gauge interest,
Yeah.
and I feel like we're
Yeah.
gonna get more follow-ups on that.
I'm super
Yeah.
excited. It looks like classic Ratchet and Clank with the dimension hopping set piece. They showed a Lombax at the end, which I know some of you guys probably don't know. But if you know the Ratchet and Clank story, that's kind of a big deal that they showed a new Lombax at the end of the trailer. So,
I knew what.
Oh yeah, the particle effects
but,
are.
That dimension
Ratchet is-
hopping was
Ratchet
also
is-
cool.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
world hopping,
I would do it in the
2
game.
was like that showed the PS5 like unless it's all just set decoration for the set piece, but that shows that the PS5 can it can load like entire areas very quickly, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really wanted to do some damage, they should have showed like a new Jack and Daxter.
Oh my god, I would have bought
Even
the
though-
day one.
Even
one, I
though
would've-
I'm more of a Jack and Daxter game, Jack and Daxter fan and a Sly fan, I still fucks with Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
I'm
for
still
sure.
hyped
Yeah,
for that.
Ratchet and Clank look. I don't know anything about the series. I'll play the PS4 version, but it looks pretty good.
So the PS4 version is a good place to start since it is a remake of the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The story is actually kind of worse in some ways, it's surprisingly, but it's still solid. Like it's still a good game.
I'll
What
say
was the-
this though.
wait.
While I thought like Ratchet and Clank was good, Sackboy did interest me more.
If Sackboy has, we're kind of skipping ahead, but if
Yeah.
Sackboy has creatable levels, that's going to be insane.
Yeah.
That will be. But
Mario
then again, I
Maker on
think
the
Sumo is
PS4,
working on
basically.
that, so
So
Like-
what's next? Project Atha.
So-
That's the cat game, right?
Mafia.
No, that's
Athia.
the cat
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That's that
Yeah.
game. What is that? Square Enix, and it doesn't even have a title yet.
Luminous
See it,
Productions.
see it on
Uh,
the PS6.
I
That's
think.
all I gotta say.
I think it looks kind of it looks quite interesting.
Does just no
But
idea
I
what
would
it's
like seeing
about.
more. I would like seeing more of it.
I do want to see
in
more.
3
too.
years,
I do want to see more.
3 years when they start developing it, you might see a
Hey,
teaser.
Square's learned their lesson.
They haven't.
No, they haven't. They have not.
Shh.
I only trust
Alright,
Square
so-
when it comes to like Dragon Quest.
Stray. That's
Hey,
the cat
And
game.
Trails of
Okay,
Mana, or like
Yeah,
or
Stray's
remakes
a
that
cat
on
game.
Final Fantasy.
cat
With
game could
the
be cool.
robot.
Cat game could be cool, like if it's like a platformer kind of thing. But they showed no gameplay, so we can probably just move on.
Yeah, they didn't show anything.
Yeah,
hold
it's hard to
on.
They
say.
really did. They really didn't. I don't think- I
So
don't know.
Returnal is that the horror kind of like Dead Space-esque sort of game.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
was
it
that the one with like he plays like a woman?
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah, she's like in an astronaut
Oh,
costume,
and she
and then
gets
she's
taken. She
fighting
gets
shooting
taken
these
up to
creatures and
the
shit.
yeah.
And she has powers. So
Oh, okay.
What about Super Sackboy 3D World? About that one?
I'll pass.
That looks okay.
I'm
That looks
interested,
good.
but again, I'm being skeptical
Okay,
because of Sumo Digital were the ones that made 3 as well. I think.
Yeah. The first half of this show just felt like it was made for me because there were so many platformers and Spider-Man and just games like bringing back Ratchet and Clank. I was definitely a fan of like the first half of this event for sure. Sackboy looked good though. It has some co-op going on. It has creatable levels. It's over. That's going to be crazy. I don't think it
Yeah.
will,
Yeah.
but it'd be cool. Destruction
So, yeah,
All
next one
Stars.
is,
The car Fortnite.
It's gonna be
Fortnite.
this gen's Rocket League.
it's
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Basically,
It
it
looks
looked
fun though.
like-
It
it looked
does
like-
look fun.
Like Twisted Metal meets Fortnite, and I think the car destruction will be cool with the new PS5 hardware, and like I think it'll probably be on the Xbox as well. But yeah, I don't care about multiplayer games, so I don't have much to say.
Yeah,
That
he
looks
does.
fun.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
he does.
like I mean, it's not like one of my most anticipated titles or anything, but
Are we
I'm
on
sure it'll
time?
be fun.
By the way,
Are we good on time? Are we good?
We're good on time.
All right.
All right,
This is
next
a long-
game?
this is a long
Hey,
list.
Farhan. Hey, Farhan. How you feel about 2K11, 2K21? Excuse me.
Let's get that shit out of the way. Let's get that shit out of the way.
2K, all right. 2K
All right.
is 2K.
All right, move on.
That's what that
Move-
needs to be said.
All right, moving on.
No,
Yeah,
the-
next is Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
I'm excited for that one. I hope
that looks fun.
You know what
Oh,
it
yeah.
reminds me
That
of? Jack
looks
and
fun.
Daxter. That's what it reminds me of.
It
What?
does. It does
Jack and
remind me of Jack
Daxter?
and Daxter.
It
does.
Nah,
It
I'd
does.
say
the
it's
first
more
game.
so
The first
like
game, I could see it. The world reminds me of the first Jack and Daxter.
That's what I mean, pretty much.
yeah,
I'll do
I
that.
kind of see like I get a bit of Pikmin and Zelda.
Yeah, I
Breath of
definitely
the
got Pikmin vibes from
Wild-ish
it.
kind of vibe.
Yeah, Pikmin
Yeah.
vibes for sure. It looks good, and apparently it's coming out in holiday, so as long as it doesn't get delayed, could be cool.
I love
That's why.
this
I mean, I have to be a little bit
style.
skeptical. I have to be a little bit skeptical because it's a launch title, but you know, maybe.
Oh,
I like
it's
this-
Coming to it's coming to the PS4 too, and the Epic Game Store, so it's not an exclusive.
Okay. I like the anime art style that they're going for.
Yeah, it has like
Anime-esque
the,
art
yeah,
style.
it sort of looks like a
It's
Pixar
real
DreamWorks.
Yeah,
cutesy.
Kind of reminded
Yeah.
me of like Kubo and Two Strings to some extent.
that's a good
Without,
movie.
without
Go
the
watch
stop
that.
motion, yeah.
That's a good movie. Go
So,
watch that.
oh, goodbye, Volcano High. Oh, I got.
is that the furry game?
Garbage.
Was that the furry game?
It's the dinosaur one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
the
furry
dinosaur
game,
high
the
school
dinosaur
thing.
That
Oh.
looked like pretentious fucking garbage. If I'm being completely honest.
This looks horrible. This looks
I mean,
bad.
if you're a Tumblr fan, then you'll love it.
This looks
Probably.
bad. This looks
Because, like,
this looks
look at it this
like
way, so-
garbage.
you see like the meteor falling in the logo, and all the characters are dinosaurs. So I think it's going to be like the end of the dinosaurs, but they're in high school. That sounds so pretentious. It hurts to even say out loud. Like, I don't know, man. It just moving on.
It's not my cup of tea. I can't. see it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not sure. Is it good? Like, is it gonna be a point and click sort of game?
Yeah, they didn't show any
I assume so.
gameplay.
And then you just go
like
How
a
much
kind of
I
visual
wanna
novel
do
like
with
side,
Telltale
side,
game.
How
kind
much-
of like side scroll.
how
Yeah.
much I want to bet it will be a point and click
17,000
game.
dislikes on YouTube.
It is a point and click game. It could be good. I mean, there
How
are
much
good
I wanna
point and
bet?
click games, but
Yeah,
next one is Oddworld. I don't know anything about Oddworld except for what the characters look like, kind of. But it looks kind of trippy, kind of cool. But I don't,
Let's see. So,
this looks interesting. I don't know.
Oddworld.
Yeah, it
I
looks
mean,
oh yeah, it's
It looks
the side scrolling shooter. Yeah, it looks like it could be fun for sure.
looks interesting.
So
Next game
Ghostwire
is Ghostwire. Yeah,
looks good. Like that actually looks like a good game.
Mm,
it definitely
From what
looks
I
like
remember-
it'll suit the VR for sure.
Oh, it
Yeah,
definitely
would.
would. Yeah, with the
it looks more,
motorbike
it looks
stuff.
more like a VR game. It looks more like a VR
No,
game.
I'm sure you can still play on like controller and all that. But yeah, it
I
looks
mean,
interesting.
putting aside everyone falling in love with the former head developer of the game, I forget her name. The name escapes me, but
What was her
it
name?
does
Shinji
look good
Mikami?
though. Maybe, yeah. It was that chick that everyone thought was like super charming at E3.
Wait, was
Yeah.
it chick? I thought it was the dude Shinji Mikami.
I don't know. It was some chick.
No, it was the chick. It was the chick.
It
Let-
was.
Yeah,
let me
I
look
forget
at
her
it.
name, but it looks good. It looks unique. It looks like it's sort of an action horror game.
No, wait, yeah, it is Shinji Mikami.
Oh, well, that's a girl then. I don't know, but yeah. Maybe I'm
it's a
mixing
dude.
up the game.
It's a dude.
Maybe I mixed up the games then. but-
They kind of
Yeah,
have like some
Shinji
modern
Mikami.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Shinji Mikami didn't he work on like Resident Evil 4 and The Evil Within.
Might have.
Let me
Might
look
have.
it. Let me look
Yeah,
it up
stuff
right
like that.
quick.
They were both
Let me look
working
it-
on.
let me
Maybe
look
they
it
were
up.
both working on the game. Then I forget.
Oh,
I know she.
Slenderman's
Yeah,
also on the game too. So
yeah, it definitely looked like Slenderman in the trailer. What was next though? Unless we have anything more to say, it does look interesting. It does look unique, but it's not really my cup of tea. I should say that. so.
It definitely reminded me of if you played Overwatch Zenyatta when he does the hand signs and all that.
Oh,
yeah.
he did work.
Yeah, it
on
definitely
the
reminded me
Resident
of
Evil
that.
games. He worked on Resident Evil 4, Vanquish.
So
He did work on Evil Within, Shinji Mikami, and Dino
Far Shore.
Crisis.
Okay,
Far
so
Shore.
the
I
next
think that
game
was
is
like
Jet.
like a sim game or something. I don't know. It looked like a Civilization style. And with some of these, we kind of just have to go through them kind of fast because I don't really have anything to say. They
I
didn't
don't
show
have
a
anything to
lot.
say.
It's hard to say because there's hardly any gameplay showcase.
Yeah, so Godfall, that's a
Is that the one we
multi-plat.
saw
I
on
think
the
it's
That
PC
look,
gaming show?
Godfall looks dope. Godfall looks dope.
Problem
Yeah, it
with
looks pretty
Godfall.
cool, I guess.
The problem with Godfall is that it's multiplayer. It looks like, and that's just not my thing. So
I mean,
It
if you
looks
play
fun.
with friends, it could be fun.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if we all
friends.
squad up, maybe it'd be fun.
This
but
this
yeah.
is more like
Yeah.
a squad game. This looks
Yeah,
more
I
like
mean,
a
hope.
Destiny,
Well,
Destiny
I was
or
gonna
some
say
shit.
that I hope crossplay would be available, but maybe not. Like maybe not
Probably.
at release, but
Probably not. Excuse me. Probably not.
yeah.
Solar Ash. I know Prince. This was like your most interesting, I would say, maybe.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a Journey or Flowers. It looks
Yeah,
cool.
I
Oh yeah,
did.
that's definitely what it reminded me of.
Some people thought it reminded
Didn't show
what's that-
much though, but it does artistically. It looks cool, but they didn't show anything for it. So
Some
It
people
is
say
cool
it reminds
artistically, but I
it
felt
reminds
like
them of that.
I've seen that kind of art style before with what's that game on the Switch?
your mic kind of
Your,
messed up
your
a
mic
little
was
bit.
going on.
Oh, yeah. It's just that like Solar Ash does look cool artistically, but I feel like I've seen that kind of white and black art style kind of like before. Like there's a stealth
Oh,
game on
really?
the Switch, like not just a Switch but on PC as well. I forgot what it was called. Origami, something like that. Akagami. I can't remember the name, but it's something similar.
Yeah.
Origami, I think that's
Yeah,
I think that's what
great.
it's called.
Oh, no, you mean the stealth game? Okay, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't gonna-
Origami, yeah.
I'm not gonna
that.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. This game looks trippy. Just by wow, it looks hella trippy.
Talking about Hitman? Or are you talking about Solar Ash?
Solar Ash,
is
Solar
what I'm
Ash.
Yeah, it
talking
does.
about. It looks trippy.
I'm gonna say Hitman looks like a Hitman game. It's gonna be
Oh,
on last gen
Hitman
too.
has
So
gorgeous set pieces. Like
Never,
it
I've
looks
never played a
great,
Hitman
but
game. I've never
I'm
played a
afraid
Hitman
they
game.
will compromise gameplay in order to, up the visuals, or at least won't put it in the
Well,
forefront.
that's why you get it on PC then. That's why you get it on PC.
I
God.
guess.
Can we talk about that one
Well, that is out.
VR platformer?
Yeah,
I think it's
that
called
is
like
out.
Astro Playroom.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not
Astro
VR
Playroom.
anymore. It's not VR anymore, which is like what's interesting to me because that was a VR mascot for Sony. The VR
It
game
looks
that
pretty good.
VR game he comes
Yeah,
from
that looks
is good.
fun.
Like it's supposed to be a good VR game. It's just I don't want to spend $400 to play it. So this is like that game. Like if it's comparable in quality, but I don't need to spend $400 on a VR headset. I'm definitely excited for it. Like I said,
Hey,
a lot of platformers in this first half, so definitely appealed to me quite a bit.
I told you, Jeff. I told you the Sony's gonna have some platform. I told you.
It was a shot in the dark, I'd say though. I was not expecting
The
it.
next game is Little Devil Inside. That game looks pretty interesting.
That does look interesting.
Yeah, that was one with like the really again a lot of unique art styles here, which I appreciate. But it was like this dude, and it's
Yeah,
like
cartoony art stuff.
Was it like a
Yeah, like
CG?
cartoon sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like CG-esque, right?
stop motion or paper crafted looking in a way.
Yeah.
It's super clean. It's
I
really
like
clean.
it. I like it. It looks dope.
Yeah, and the little bits of gameplay we saw, like with the combat, it looks kind of clean for sure.
I'm definitely interested, and I like that, and also going back to Kenna, I like seeing a lot of these, a lot of gameplay formats that I've seen in a lot of realistic looking games, but I like seeing them in games that have a more of a interesting art style. That a lot more now, which is nice.
Hey, Sony going back to the roots. They're going back to the roots.
So we can skip NBA.
We already talked about. We already talked
There's
about
Bug
that.
Snacks.
We did already talk about
that. Looked whack. That looked whack
That
with
looked
a
like
side of
bootleg
weird.
Animal Crossing.
Bugs.
Yeah,
I
it just
didn't.
looks-
Hold on. I didn't see that one.
It was
See,
like
my
this
whole
weird,
thing is
like,
like I don't know why that's specifically made for the PS5. That can come out right now.
and it might, for all we know, to be honest. Like it could be, an indie game that's going to come
Yeah,
out
that's
on PC.
pass
and-
for me.
Yeah, so it's from the creators of
Sure.
Octodad. It's definitely going to be on PC. It's probably going to be
Ugh.
flat.
Ugh. Oh. Nah.
It just looks like it looks like it's for little kids. I mean, that's
Hard
cool.
pass.
Little kids need games too. So
hard
whatever.
pass. Hard pass. Hard pass.
We got Demon Souls
Demon's
remake.
That's
cool idea.
Yo,
a lot
Demon
of people-
Souls.
It does look like a good
Sorry.
one-to-one,
I'm
like
hyped for-
faithful, like
I'm
improvement.
hyped for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Sure it'll
crying
be
when
good.
I'm gonna be
sure it'll be
crying
good.
when I play that game. I'm gonna be crying when.
Man,
Demon Souls games are
you're
hard.
a pussy.
Hold on.
I'm gonna be crying.
You gotta finish the game.
It's true.
Is it a rematch? Is it a?
That's a
No,
remake.
it's a remake.
Well,
Oh!
remake. Yeah, remake.
Oh, I played the original Demon Souls. I was crying when I played it. I'm gonna be crying
Wait, why
again.
were you crying?
It's like it's
hard.
hard. It's hard.
Oh.
That Bloodborne and Dark Souls.
Boy, I beat Dark Souls 3. But yeah,
He
Demon
might-
Souls is basically what you see is what you get.
Then we
Pretty
got
much.
Deathloop.
Oh yeah, that one.
You should
That
Deathloop?
definitely reminded me of Dishonored for sure.
Yeah, it's
I think it's by the same
developers,
devs as
so.
same devs as Dishonored.
It looked good.
That's
I'm
it,
not
right?
too
Yeah.
not too interested yet, but they gave it a nice gameplay showcase. A lengthy video for sure, but I liked it. It looked pretty good to me.
I need to see
Yeah,
more
with the
of it.
first
I need to see
person,
more.
a stealth game with like some powers involved.
I'm not
Yeah,
much.
I need to
I'm
see
not
more.
much of a
I need
fan
to
of
see more.
first person perspective games in general, but I might give
That
this a shot.
genre, the first person genre has it ain't played out, but I don't want it to be like it was back then when it was just played with first persons.
Yeah, we moved away from that. I think now we're in the open world era, which is getting kind of old. To
Oh
be
god.
honest.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
Next
of
we
open
have
world, Horizon
Resident
Zero Dawn.
Evil.
All of
That's,
Eight.
that's the last one, but yeah, we got Resident Evil
Resident Evil
Village
8.
first.
Oh, I'm hyped because they.
Okay, I don't want to go on a
tangent.
tangent. But this is why I hate leaks, because that trailer, the whole time we were watching it, we were kind of trying to guess what it might be. It kind of looked a little Silent Hill-ish, but also Resident Evil-ish. And I was just watching the whole time, and I was thinking, it's probably Resident Evil, because I'm pretty sure this is what the leaks looked like when they announced the Village and like the VIII or whatever's going to be mixed in, like Resident Evil 7. Lo
Yeah,
and behold, it was leaked, and everyone already knew. And
Yeah, leaks
just
ruin
don't like
surprises.
yeah, I
yeah.
don't like leaks personally.
Yeah.
Stay off
Yeah,
the.
it's
I mean, I was
first
hoping
person,
for a Silent Hill
so-
remake or a Silent Hill, just like
You're not
a
gonna get a
remaster, but-
Konami, dude. Konami,
yeah, Konami's not
are-
gonna let that IP.
Yeah,
You're
not gonna get you're not gonna get a Resident
Oh
Evil,
yeah.
not Resident Evil, Silent Hill remake. You're not
Oh
gonna.
yeah. I'll say this though. Shout out to Chris Redfield being in the game.
Hey, but he's a villain though. Hey, he's a villain though. That means I could
Wait,
kill Chris.
Wait,
I
he's
think
not confirmed
I
to
think-
be a villain.
It looked
think
pretty shady at the
he,
end
he
of the
looked like
trailer.
a villain, bro.
No, the vibe I get is that okay, if you played Resident Evil 7, then you know what was happening with Ethan and his fiance slash girlfriend slash wife Mia. So see, I'm guessing like he probably kills her because she was infected in Resident Evil 7, and maybe that might be coming up again.
I forgot she survived Resident Evil 7.
To be honest though, I had
Yeah.
no idea that
Well-
was Chris. It did not look like Chris. Like the
It,
character.
it
model.
didn't look like Chris
I
until
think it was aged up.
it was
so-
on
It kind of did,
Yeah,
but the voice definitely gave it away because I think it sounded like Roger Craig Smith, who was the voice actor for Chris in 5 and
Ooh.
6, and even I guess the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Good though. Like the visuals looked good. If that's what the game looks like, it has like
Yeah.
that atmosphere.
Yeah,
and,
it's on the
like, I like
RE engine.
it's
Yeah,
going.
it's on RE
Yeah,
engine.
it's
It
going.
looks
It looks
It's
like
going for the
Resident Evil
60.
7 and 4 combined.
Yeah,
It
the
looks like-
It looks like it's
atmosphere
gonna be
of
more
the
action
snowy-
oriented
it's
than
going
survival
landscape.
horror.
it's going supernatural more than
Yeah.
anything, not survival. It's
Well,
going
hold on,
I
supernatural.
mean,
It's like more on the action-oriented.
No,
take.
more demonic. Y'all didn't deal with like you're dealing with demons and shit. Mainly just
I
like
wouldn't say
zombies.
that.
it'll probably
You
have
need
like
the full
some
context for
cult
that.
like a cult.
Yeah.
No, it'll definitely have like it'll have occult like elements, but that's nothing
Yeah,
new.
that's why I said it
in
looks like
Resident Evil.
4 and 7 combined.
Is it going to be first person? It's like,
No,
Yeah,
probably
it
third
is.
person.
It looked like it at the end. Yeah, the end of the
okay.
trailer looked like it.
Yeah, and plus it seems like you're gonna play as Ethan, who was the protagonist of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Okay, because I
See, the
want to
thing,
go back
like,
to the
if
third
you
person.
can play as
I didn't
Ethan,
want-
you should play as Chris too.
Yeah, but
Like,
I
there's
want to
no
go back.
reason Chris
I
should
hope
be in the game and you can't play as
Right,
Chris.
right. I hope we go back to the third person. Maybe it's an option. We do that.
With
Well,
PS5,
we got
now
the
it should be
remake
there,
2 and
so-
3 for that shit. So
True.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Pragmata,
Coming through.
that's not gonna happen. I'm just calling it
Yeah.
now.
Oh
I
wait,
think
is
that's
that
gonna be
is that the one
another,
coming in June 2022?
2022. Like
Nah.
that feels like it's just gonna be another deep down. I feel like
That
maybe it
game's
won't be,
already
but it's
canned.
just-
Well, Resident Evil. Resident
No,
Evil.
we're
8?
talking about Pragmata.
Pragmata.
The next game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
I don't think it's coming
Yeah,
out,
I
honestly,
mean-
but
I mean, regardless of when it will come out or if it won't, it definitely gives me Bioshock vibes.
I think is
Sort
Capcom
of
the
see
one
that.
working on that?
I thought that's what I read, but I'm not seeing
Uh,
it in the list here, so I'm not too sure who's making it.
I was never a big fan of Bioshock. Just to let y'all know.
Well, it doesn't look exactly like Bioshock, but it sort of has like a dude in like a spacesuit and a little girl, so it kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
reminded me of something
Yeah,
Hideo Kojima would make. Honestly, when I was looking at the trailer,
Oh God! Don't bring up Kojima. Please don't bring him up. No, don't.
Why?
Oh,
we don't have much to say about Pragmata though. We can move on to the last one, which is Horizon.
Horizon
Forbidden
Zero
West.
Dawn.
That
2.
does look really good. Like I like the
oh
underwater.
yeah.
Yeah,
That looks
underwater
clean. That
level
looks
there.
clean.
I didn't play the first one.
Yeah, it looked
The
great.
first
I mean,
one's
I
a
haven't
pretty
played
good
the
I played a
original.
little.
I sort of have a bias against games that give you dialogue options because they just kill the pacing for me. But
They bog
I
down the
mean,
dialogue.
the dialogue options are pretty light, to be honest. They're not like a
Yo,
heavy emphasis. to the game.
Hey, what if this come out the same time as Breath of the Wild 2? Because then the first one came out at the same time.
It came out the
Yeah,
same year.
no.
I don't know if they came out at the same
Yo.
time.
it was like
Yo,
I think it
what-
was like late 2016 for Horizon, and then like early 2017 for Breath of the Wild. I think.
Yo, what if they do the same shit that they did for the last time? What if they do that?
Definitely came out in the same year because I think they were all nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, what if they do the same shit?
I could be wrong though.
What
I
if they
could be
do
mixing that up?
What if they do the same shit? What if they do that?
Well, I'm
That's
gonna
possible.
definitely buy Breath of the Wild 2 over it for sure. That's not even a question.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, I mean, and I'll buy like Horizon over it.
I'll buy
think
Breath of the
definitely
Wild
everybody
over it.
will.
I liked Horizon.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's Breath of the Wild, man. So
I
Probably
like the
Breath of
color
Wild.
scheme. I like the overgrown sort
yeah,
of future post-apocalyptic where it's like it's so far in the future that like mankind has like progressed, but then there's
Mhm.
still these robot creatures. I didn't even know that was an element in the original, so that might actually.
it looks like
a
we're
little bit of
having
a story.
we're
Oh,
getting
that's old news now. That's old
Yeah.
news.
but you think we're getting more
Never played the
like
original,
different
so.
like a new
Yeah.
robots like
I like the turtle.
Yeah, I'm curious as to
like-
what more. Yeah, I'm curious to see what more stuff Aloy would be capable of in the
Yeah.
sequel.
hopefully
She use
it's
a
hopefully it's
she
different
use a
enough from
sword.
one like gameplay wise.
Let her use a sword. Let her use a sword.
the
She
bow
kind
is still
of
cool, but
used
it would be
it wasn't a sword,
More
but it was more like a
options.
spear.
More options. More options. Like
She definitely uses more than a bow in the original game.
Yeah, she used like a
There's
spear
like
or something
slingshot
like
and
that.
shit. And there's slingshot as well.
Yeah.
To be honest, maybe it's because I never played it, so maybe it's because I don't have like a bias for the Horizon franchise. But I think they could have ended stronger. They could have ended with more of a bang than that.
I'm surprised you haven't played that one.
Like I said, I don't like dialogue option games like Mass Effect and stuff because it feels like they slow down the pacing. I don't need it to be my story. I want to see a story with its own characters.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what
Yeah.
Horizon is for the most part.
Probably is. I'm probably just prejudging it, but like I'll play it eventually. It's really cheap now.
Yeah,
They're,
the
like,
dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I would have really liked God of War 2 as the showstopper. That would have been. Maybe it's a little too early to announce God of War 2, but that would have
What?
been a
Nah,
showstopper.
I don't think so. It's been 2 years since the first one. I believe it
But
would
you got to
have been
remember how long it takes to develop these games, though. Unless they're going to reuse a lot of assets, but I feel like
I think.
No, no,
Wait,
it'll
was it
be-
made? It's not made on
Nah,
Unreal
no.
Engine 5, right? God
Here's
of
what
War
you should have did.
2018.
Here's what you should have did. Show the logo. God of War 2.
Oh, because see, when you show that, because that kind of goes back to what I was saying about GTA 6. If you show the logo, we'll get people excited for a second, and then they'll realize they probably have to wait like almost a decade to play it, and it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see it coming like in the third or fourth year of the
a
PS5
third,
life
hopefully.
cycle.
I'm hoping third year PS5.
I say third year. Second or third.
I don't want to wait too long after the last one. They also don't want to rush the game, so I think third year is a good sweet spot. Which
You
is
know
about
what
5 years after the first game, I believe. So
You know what I want them to announce?
fourth game, but you know what I mean.
Do you know what I want them to announce? Metal Gear Rising 2.
Again, I just don't trust
as much
Konami.
as I would
though.
like for that to happen, like I doubt it's
I
gonna
just don't trust Konami. But honestly, technology they had in that game where you could like cut people and cut objects into pieces on the scale.
Oh, yeah,
of
you go
PS5,
crazy.
Yeah, I love how you
that
can
would
deflect
be-
bullets as well.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
But it won't happen because Konami are assholes. But if Platinum made that, I'd be down because Platinum has not made anything that I didn't think was at least pretty good. Even in their like licensed games for Activision, like the Ninja Turtles and Legend of Korra and all that, they're not
Temple Run.
good.
Temple
They're
Run.
good, but they're okay. Like they're solid enough. Moral of the story is trust Platinum if Activision is not involved.
And
It's
Platinum
basically-
we trust. And Platinum we trust.
don't trust Wonderful 101 on the new consoles. Apparently that's a bad port. But anyway,
So, should we talk about speculations of like whatever games that we think?
it depends
might be
on
coming over?
time. Do want to
How
make
much
sure this is
are
like
we good on
We're
time?
at 40. We're at 45 minutes now.
we can talk just a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want Killzone to come back. Bring back Killzone. That was a
That
was a slept
not
on-
interested,
Bloodborne
but I
2,
could see
perhaps?
yeah, Bloodborne 2.
Bloodborne's going to go multi-plat, so that's pretty much inevitable at this point. It's going
We
to go.
need it-
Wait, the second
Yeah,
game or the
we-
first
and
game and the
then,
second game?
We need another Capcom fighter because Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was some dog doo doo. So another
that'd be
Capcom
cool.
fighter, like
Or
at
just, like
least
fighting games. Like I feel like fighting games will benefit a lot from like 60 frames, 4K, because you don't have to render as much. So unless they go just stupid, autistic for the graphics only and not everything else,
yeah, because
some pretty good,
Yeah.
well-performing fighting games for sure.
We'll get like Street Fighter 6.
There's 6 Arcade Edition,
whatever.
Street Fighter
God.
6 Ultimate Edition,
Ultimate
Street Fighter
Edition.
6.
Super Hadouken, Shoryuken, Tatsumaki Sabuken.
Oh no no!
Special-
And,
Yeah,
no, and
we'll
when
get
you
more-
actually get the
we'll-
game, you have to pay for characters. Like you have to actually pay to unlock them, like in 5.
Oh my god! And people
Like
wonder
this,
why.
Yeah, and then we'll probably get like more NRS games, and then more Arc System games.
Fighters
Isn't,
is
the new
I
Guilty
think-
Gear
It
isn't
is.
the new Guilty Gear gonna come on the PS5?
I think so. I think
Probably.
Fighters and
Uh,
Fighters is coming to the PS5 as well too.
I don't think it's coming.
It
I
might
don't think
be
it's gonna be
it might be
exclusive,
coming.
but
Fighters puts
Then-
out a all-in-one
According to
edition.
podcasts.
If it's all,
Oh yeah,
if,
for sure.
if they do an all-in-one edition with all the DLC for Fighters, I might actually finally buy it.
Xenoverse 2. I know Xenoverse 2 is coming to the PS5.
Yeah, they're gonna port
Which-
all the Dragon Ball games.
which-
Probably,
which-
honestly, though, it's gonna be the same game. Let's be real. A lot
Yeah,
of these
which-
ports are gonna be the same on the PS5.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take advantage of the new hardware much.
Also, Namco, I'm gonna tell y'all this: Tekken Cross Street Fighter. We have been waiting for that.
Do
The
that?
hell up.
Do that, or was that just
right?
with Capcom? I think they did a crossover.
I mean,
No,
I
Street Fighter.
like
It
I
was
like
Tekken
the
Cross- there was a
game
room
from
for
what I
Tekken
played
Cross
of
Street
it.
Fighter.
yeah,
No,
it was a fine
no,
game.
no, no,
Oh, that's
no, no.
right. No, there was
No,
going to be
no,
two
no, no.
games. There
Yeah,
was going to be
Tekken-
two games. One played like Street Fighter, and the other played like Tekken.
Tekken Cross Street Fighter. That was the
Never made it for some reason. Yeah.
listen. Street Fighter, not Street Fighter. Yeah, Tekken 7 ain't dead, but it's slowly be
Nah,
losing.
Tekken 7 has been growing in popularity over the
I
last
know,
few
but
years.
I'm just saying, bring
It's not-
that.
it's far from dead.
It ain't dead.
They're definitely gonna make
It's
Tekken
alright.
8. They're definitely gonna make Tekken 8.
Yeah, they
just-
would, they would.
Tekken,
It
no,
basically,
Tekken
I think
Cross
what he's trying to
Street
say is
Fighter.
not
They gotta
being
do
talked
that.
about as much.
Or
They got
Or at the very least, if there's no Tekken 8, there'll be a Tekken Tag tournament free.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Nah,
I thought of a better showstopper than God of War 2,
What?
Fortnite 2.
Sir, please leave the chat. Leave this call. Leave the call.
Night 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Also, I'm curious as to what the next Naughty Dog title is going to be.
I mean, I hope they move away from survival
I
horror
don't know. I don't
and,
know.
and 3D
Maybe,
platforming.
maybe,
I want them to
maybe-
move away from realistic, like not move away from realistic, but move away from like zombie apocalypse, treasure hunter, like
You
do a
mean
sci-fi.
the third-person
Yeah.
shooter stuff?
It could be third person, but like move away from like do something with sci-fi, something with maybe an open world. I know I just said open world's overdone,
maybe
but not
Cyberpunk.
Wouldn't that sound more like a Cyberpunk?
maybe. But I'm just saying, like with
Cyberpunk,
Naughty Dog
yeah.
and their storytelling and everything, you could probably do something cool with the open world genre. They haven't made an open world game since 3, so it's been a long
Hey.
time.
I mean, well,
Listen.
yeah, but like with their recent titles, obviously this is being recorded before The Last of Us 2 is out, but they're
Yeah.
obviously going for more. Even though they're still linear games at their core, like they are going for like more open-ended like level designs.
Open linear, like an
Yeah.
open linear sci-fi, like kind of like honestly, the dream would be to get that Amy Hennig game that we didn't get from EA, that Star Wars game, like some kind of like sci-fi Uncharted-esque sort. That could be cool, but
Yeah.
um,
Do you see Jedi Fall getting a sequel?
for sure, Fallen Order is definitely getting a sequel, and hopefully it runs better. Hopefully it has better stability. I loved the game, but I need it to be needs to be patched. And if they make a sequel, it needs to perform better.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
we're probably good. We're probably over 50 minutes, getting close to an hour.
Yeah.
So we could probably wrap it up.
We should wrap it up.
Yeah. We'll do another.
Yeah, I apologize for not talking about Xbox much. In July we might talk about if they have a bunch of games to show for sure, but mostly PS5. We don't want to leave Xbox out of it though.
Yeah.
But if anyone else has anything else to say though, we can probably just wrap it up.
There's one thing I want to say. There's one thing. I'm gonna say this though. Sony will probably announce the price when Xbox do their price.
I wanted to discuss
No,
price, but we're going a little long. But yeah, they're just in a Mexican standoff right now. They're both
Pretty
trying to
much.
they're both trying to undercut each other, and I don't know who's going to reveal first. But
Also,
Interesting
one more
to
thing.
see.
Also, that headset. I hope that comes with the PS5. That's what I'm gonna say.
I don't think.
I don't think it would. You have to buy it separately.
But
You don't think so?
Nah.
they never do. Maybe a big bundle, but it'll be an expensive bundle for sure if it has it.
Yeah. All right. That's all.
They'll
I
probably
got.
go with
That's
that
all I got.
that little headphone microphone thing like the PS4 did.
And it'll come with like a small one, like a little shitty one.
Nah, don't do. Oh.
That's how
that's what
that's
they
how
always
they've always
do,
done
though.
it.
But can they change it up a bit? I want that big-
Nice, but I mean that's
want
gonna
that-
be that's
If
gonna be
they
a 100.
do, they'll up the price. Yeah, they'll up
That's-
the price for the
To be an
for the whole thing.
expensive pair of headphones, like probably overpriced if I'm honest. But
Yeah. Good point. All right.
if
That's all I got.
If that's all we got, that's PS5. That's our thoughts on it. All that being said, I guess tell us what you want to see in a future podcast. Maybe we'll do it, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.